Ayo, y'all, it is Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, wanted to do an appreciation post for our quarterback, our man, Brock Purdy. Yes, our quarterback that doing so great so far for almost a year now in terms of starting games. I think that he started his 16th or 17th game, pretty much a full year in the NFL. Very happy for him. Second year, if you want to talk about being in the NFL, he's done a really good job for the 49ers. Has he been the difference maker? Yes, he has. He's been a big difference maker. I mean, as much as I love Jimmy Garoppolo, I sing his praises all the time. I think having Purdy has been the biggest difference and done a lot of good stuff for Kyle Shanahan and offense. He's so talented. He's very smart, very intelligent, being able to look down the field, good to his receivers, read through his progressions, and not be scared at all. I think that's one thing that I like Brock about the other quarterbacks for the 49ers is he just throws it, it'll make something happen. He's a Houdini. He makes plays. I mean, the one against Seattle, he almost got sacked, but ended up thinking it to George Kittle getting 3 yards. That doesn't sound like a big deal, but other quarterbacks, they would have just taken a sack or given up or something like that. Brock, no way. Making every play count. And will he throw an interception once in a while? Yes, he will. Is it all his fault? Yes and no. Depends. But, I mean, interceptions are interceptions. He does make some turnovers, but at the same time, it's a lot less than we're usually seeing. He makes a lot more touchdowns. He throws for a lot of yards in the game, and they're actually good yards and not empty calorie yards where they're like down by a lot, and they're just getting a lot of yards because of that. Brock's been able to have multiple games with 300 plus passing yards. That's what I love to see. I see all these other prolific quarterbacks getting 330, 340 yards a game, doing the same thing as well. Jimmy, as much as I keep loving him, he didn't really have too many 300 plus yard games as a 49ers starting quarterback. He makes all the guys better. I think the biggest beneficiary to the Purdy quarterback effect is definitely wide receiver Brandon Ayuk, because for the past few years, as much as I love Ayuk, I know I keep saying that a lot, he hasn't been really the top dog for the 49ers receiving core, but this year he's definitely stepped up, and having Purdy as the quarterback, the guy to go down the field, throw the ball down the field, that's been a big difference maker right there, because Brandon is a guy where you just go vertical all the way down, and you need a quarterback that can take the shot. Purdy can't take the shot. A lot of people criticized him for not being able to do that. He's been doing that quite a bit for the 49ers. If you look at his stats, I'll try to have it here, but he does lead the league in yards per attempt. I know that's not everybody's favorite stat, but hey, that's just showing that he's not dinking and dunking all the time. He leads it with 9 yards per attempt. That's more than Tua, Mahomeboy, all those other guys. Very impressive right there. He has 19 touchdowns and 6 interceptions so far for this season. Seattle game wasn't really his greatest game of his life. He did throw a pick 6. It was tipped, but interceptions count as interceptions. But other than that, he's been almost flawless in terms of the 49ers quarterback. I'm loving what he's doing for the 49ers. Very appreciative, and every time he throws the ball, I'm usually not scared. Like Jimmy G, I know a lot of comparisons there, but when he throws the ball, it's usually making a play or it's just an incompletion, something like that. I mean, come on, Brock, awesome guy. You want to credit the defense, you want to credit Christian McCaffrey and company. I believe Brock has taken the offense to the next level. He's not just some game manager that's just managing the game. He's actually making plays. And that's the thing that Kyle Shanahan was and has been looking for a quarterback. He found this guy in the last pick of the draft, 2022. I mean, who would have thought? I knew they drafted him in 2022, but who would have thought he was going to be the starting quarterback now in 2023? That is just an awesome rise from the bottom to the top, right? Beating out Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo, especially Trey Lance, because Lance was the guy that we thought was going to replace Jimmy, but that didn't happen at the end. Brock became the man. He took that trade with Trey Lance to the Miami Dolphins and stuff like that, heading up to the draft for the number 3 overall pick. We drafted Brock Purdy. That's what I'm going to tell everybody years from now, was we did all that for Brock Purdy, right? So, yeah, I mean, he essentially saved Kyle and John Lynch's job, too. I mean, if that didn't work out, then they would have been issue with no quarterback, essentially, and that could have cost them their jobs in the long-term future. But Brock has been able to play really well, very efficient football. That's all. I'm just so thankful for him. You know, Thanksgiving just happened, and having Brock as our quarterback, very happy, very happy. So appreciation post to him. I'm pretty sure you guys feel this way as well. A lot of you guys are big fans of his. I am too. I was a fan ever since the game last year against Tampa Bay. I was like, wow, he beat Tom Brady and blew Tom Brady out, and his team. I mean, that's some pretty good stuff right there. And he had a great playoff run last year before he got hurt in the NFC Championship game. He does get his rematch, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday against the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia, of all places. That should be a good way to test him out even more. It's a lot of excitement, and Brock is the future of the 49ers. He is a franchise quarterback. A lot of people think it's kind of weird because he was the last pick in the draft, but hey, nobody says anything about Tom Brady being a franchise quarterback, being picked 199 in the 2000 draft. I mean, what's the difference between that and Brock Purdy? I know Brady is the GOAT right now in terms of quarterbacks. You could say Joe Montana, but I'll say Purdy can get into that level, but first you got to win some Super Bowls. You got to lead the team to many victories and stuff like that. But his rise from pick 256, 262, whatever it was, all the way until now, starting quarterback for the 49ers. It's been a great ride. There should be a documentary years from now because he definitely earned it. But I don't want to get too far into that. We're talking one game at a time, 1 week at a time. But just his overarching career so far with the 49ers up until this Thursday night during Thanksgiving game against Seattle. Got to give him much props, man. Much respect, much props. Hopefully he stays a long time for the 49ers quarterback, makes plays, doesn't choke. I think that's the big thing with him. Hopefully he doesn't do that, but so far he's been delivering the goods, and I can't wait to see more 49er football from him for the next few weeks because this is going to be the test. We started the first test. We passed one with Seattle. We got to play Philadelphia and then Seattle again, and I believe they play Arizona or something like that. Then they play Baltimore on Christmas Day. It's still a big gauntlet. First one, where he passed with flying colors for the most part. Now it's time for the big test for potentially the number 1 seed on Sunday against the Philadelphia Eagles. So, yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. Just wanted to show my thanks, show my love to Brock. I mean, he definitely deserves it. I would have never thought in many years that he would be the guy for the 49ers in terms of the long-term starting franchise quarterback. It's a journey. It really has been a journey. It's been awesome to watch him play all year long so far, even with him having some down games during the losing streak. Still, great man, great man. Yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think about Purdy as the 49ers quarterback. Do you love him? Do you hate him? Stuff like that. Do you think he would be leading the 49ers to great things in the future? Please let me know in the comments below. If you like this per usual, like and subscribe. Much appreciative. I hope to catch you guys up hopefully this week on the weekend. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Hope you have a great rest of your day, rest of your night. Go Niners all day.